Hey everyone, Phi Farley here. It's July 3rd, Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We got a good slate of games today. In fact, today's going to be pretty packed. So I got some picks that I want to make. I want to make a few announcements. Daily Best Bet coming to you. Don't forget about Patreon. So all that's coming to you here in just 1 second. Let me say thank you to subscribers. I appreciate it. And again, patreon.com/Phi Farley is where you'll find all my plays, all my picks. Yesterday had my streak end at 5 daily best bets in a row. But that said, I went 3-1. So including 2 of those 3 were underdogs. Mariners won 5-4 over the Cardinals. Then you had the Mets beating the Yankees for another win, both underdogs. And then we also had the Athletics beating the Twins for another win. The only one I missed was the total on the Phillies Braves. 2-0 final. Definitely didn't even touch the 10. So nice job, Aaron Nola. So, I'll take a 3-1 day. Unfortunately, ending the streak. Looking to start another streak today, and I think we got a good game to do so. I also think we got another slew of games to get to, which, looking over last year's record, July was actually my highest winning percentage of every month. And I've always said August and September are where it's at. August and September are absolutely where you cash in all of sports betting. The absolute best time to bet is August and September in baseball. That said, I made more money in August, but my highest winning percentage was in July. So here we are starting July. So far, it's 4-1 in 2 days. It's 4-1 in the 2 days with a little bit of a couple underdogs. So we're starting to get a little bit of a bankroll here in July, but I'd absolutely recommend tuning in. Now that said, one announcement to get to before I get to the daily best bet is that I'm going to be taking a few days off over this holiday as 4th of July is falling on Thursday. So I'm going to go camping with my family. So I'm going to probably unplug. It may be hit and miss, but those picks will be over on patreon.com/Phi Farley and not on YouTube. I doubt I'm going to have time to make a video and put that up. If I do, it'll be pretty spotty. So just don't expect that here over this break. So I apologize about it, but at the same time, you would understand family comes first. So I appreciate the understanding. Okay, let's talk about today's slate of games and where we're going to go with this one. I may be going back to the well a little bit on some of my picks yesterday and some of my analysis of yesterday because they're going to stand true on where some teams are at overall in their series before going into the All-Star break. The daily best bet is not the case, though, just kind of giving you a teaser for what's going to be on Patreon. But the San Francisco Giants have been smashing the ball. The number 2 team right now in over the last 7 days in scoring runs is San Francisco. It's not the Rockies. It's not the Dodgers. It's the Giants at number 2, of course, Pittsburgh, and their nice double-digit wins that they had a few games ago are sitting at number 1 at 52 runs over the last 7 games. Giants 46 runs, 6 runs behind them over the last 7 games. Very, very impressive numbers. 11 home runs, 298 batting average, and a 544 slugging percentage. Now, today they got Sean Anderson on the mound. Sean Anderson is extremely consistent. Home, road, opponent, doesn't matter. You're getting 5 to 6 innings. You're getting 5 to 7 hits. You're getting 2 or 3 runs. That has been the case in every single game except for 2. Well, you could say 3. One game he only gave up 4 hits. One game he gave up 8 hits, and then another one he gave up 4 runs instead of 2 or 3. So if we go back through his runs, he's given up not less than 2 runs, but not more than 3 runs. In every game, it's been 2-2, 3-2, 3-2, 4-2-2 throughout this season. So extremely consistent. That is both home and road. His ERA, when it comes to the road, is just a smidge better than what it is at home at 3.65 ERA on the road. Opponents hitting 253 against him on the road, 278 at home. But very, very close and consistent. A few more home runs on the road, 4 versus 1 at home. But innings are very similar, 50 total innings. He's got 24 of them logged on the road. So we really know what we're going to get here with Anderson on the mound, and that's 2 or 3 runs. We'll say the high side. Say he gives up 3 runs today against San Diego. Let's go over to Quantrill. Quantrill has, as a starter, not been as effective as he has the last 4, which is why he got pulled from being a starter. There's a lot of hype around Quantrill, and he's going to be a good pitcher down the road. He is a first-round draft pick out of Stanford, but he got pulled from the starting position because of, well, some poor outings. He started giving up home runs, and so he got pulled to go to the bullpen, and it was effective. His last 4 games, he's been in the bullpen. He's only given up 1 run, and he's given up no home runs. So for the most part, it's been pretty effective. He's dropped his ERA from 5.23 down to 4.66. Now that said, speaking of 5.23, that was his ERA as a starter for his 6 starts thus far this season. Is a 5.23. So his last few starts, we're looking at 4 runs against the Rockies, against the Phillies, 2 runs on 5 hits, 5 innings. At Toronto, 3, and then Pittsburgh gave in 5 on 8 hits, and then the Mets 2, Braves 2. So a 5.23 ERA, much higher than what Anderson's been doing. Now, if we look at Anderson's games, hopefully you follow my logic here. When the Giants score 4 or more, they win. If they score 3 or less, they lose. If we go back through Anderson's starts, they score 6, they win. Next one, they score 2, they lose. 0, they lose. 4, they win. 3, they lose. 8, they win. 2, they lose. 4, they win. 4, they win. So really what I have on my plate here is, can the Giants score 4 or more runs? Do I expect Anderson to give up 3 or less runs? And do I expect them to get those 4 against Quantrill back in the starting position on the mound today? Absolutely, that's a yes. I check yes in every one of those boxes. The Giants hitting .298 here in the last 7 games, one of the hottest hitting teams right now. I believe they can score 4. I know Quantrill needs a stop. This is kind of a defining moment, but he's a young kid. I don't expect him to have that much pressure on him here mid-season. But right now the Padres, who had high expectations this year, just dropped below 500. So it's a little scary. They're at home and they're about to get swept by their interstate rivals. That said, I think it's going to happen. I'm going with Sean Anderson today and the San Francisco Giants as an underdog at plus 120 against the Padres. I'll take some money line cash here. Again, check out other plays, patreon.com/Phi Farley. Good luck, everyone. And I apologize for the next couple days, but again, over on Patreon, you'll see my daily best bets as often as I possibly can. All right, good luck. See you again soon.